Again, something that I'm always pleased to see about is when we see the characters going up in the halfway in that brand mark. So you can see the evolution of the Ferguson brand from the very early days of the T20. Just remember that the T20 was a variation of the common fold, because it's
Look at the scenery. Look at the scenery. All those fields powered by tractors.
Let's have a little chat with somebody along the line up now. We always like to find a victim. Can you tell us a bit about your Fergie?
It's actually not mine, it's my lad's. It's 1949 straight petrol. I think it's a local tractor, it's from Swindon. We've had it for 4 years now.
No, so being a straight petrol, that was one of the very first of the Ferguson range of tractors to come out, the T20s. Then they morphed on to the petrol TVO. I'm just looking back to the commentary box a minute, just to see whether he can just bring the volume up a little bit. Yeah, it's just a gentle balancing act. We've got obviously one fairground organ that's really pumping out some music this afternoon in the front corner of the arena. So just bring it up a little bit. So we'll walk along the lineup of the Fergusons or the Fergies. So I'm at the sort of the third of the T20s. I am going to be missing a few people, so it's your unlucky day. I'm sorry. Who wants to talk about it? So your Fergie. I call it a Fergie because affectionately they are known as Fergies. The T20, T20 TE, Tractor England 20. Harry Ferguson was so proud of English heritage that he decided that he needed to call it by the name of England, and it was Tractor England. Can you tell us a bit about yours?
We installed 2 years ago. They were built in 1956 in Coventry.
So in Coventry, the famous works of Harry Ferguson was Banner Lane. I had the huge privilege about 20 years ago to visit the Banner Lane factory before it actually finally closed. Now unfortunately the site's been developed into housing and many other things going on, but that's industry. We had excellent industry within the UK, sadly being lost slowly to foreign shores and the likes of the Chinese producing knockoffs of things, let's say. But we do have excellent engineering skill in this country still, and I'm just waiting for it to be revitalised. So I'm stood next door to the Massey Ferguson 35. Can you tell us a bit about this one?
It's in the industrial colours, 1959, 4-cylinder, full of restore.
So again, the 35 come with a 3-cylinder or 4-cylinder engine. Quite often the 4-cylinder engine earned the undeserved reputation of a poor starter. Now, in fact, the poor starting 4-cylinder wasn't a fault of the engine, it was a fault of the the factory because it was the timing that was actually incorrect. When they produced the service manuals and the build manuals, they actually got the timing about 4 or 5 degrees out, and every tractor that came off the production line was timed incorrectly, believe it or not. So that is one of the Massey Ferguson stories that does sort of, shall we say, cloud them a little bit. Another Massey Ferguson 35 now. Can you tell us a bit about your one?
It's a 1958 Massey Ferguson 35 FE. It was built on the 17th of July 1958 at Banner Lane, Coventry.
So the icon is Banner Lane. Harry Ferguson decided upon Banner Lane because of its central location in the country, being able to distribute tractors both nationally and internationally in due course. Then we move up along the line up to the Massey Ferguson 35X. So I've got someone shaking their head, but they're wearing a Ferguson system gilet. So can you tell me a bit about it, or are you pointing me to someone else? I got to go and talk to the cool gentleman apparently with the sunglasses on his head. So the 35X that we just saw the young lady on, she's pointed me in your direction. She said that you're guilty. Could you tell everyone a bit about the 35X?
I can do. It's a 1963 35X. Basically all it is really. AD 152.
So Ferguson, or Massey Ferguson, decided to adopt the Perkins engines. Perkins engines having the symbol with the four circles and the diamond pattern. Now Perkins sales literature was a square deal all round. Now Perkins was the mainstay of the Massey Ferguson range of engines up until probably the 1990s. Then we worked up into the likes of the 3095s, still holding the Perkins engines inboard.